Muted. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I know it's a new day. I know it's a new time, but are you ready to get into Downton Abbey season 1 episode 6? Drop it in the chat. Let us know. And I'm not here alone. Y'all know what time it is and y'all know who she is. Tyra over at Struggle Reviews TV. How are you this afternoon, evening? And are you ready to get into episode 6?
I'm awesome. I'm a little salty about this episode because somebody tried my patience, and you know who it is. But always ready to talk about old Abby. It's a good time with this show.
I wonder who tried your patience. Let's get into it, Tyra. Let's start. I'll start with you as always. Overall thoughts on this episode, because again, a lot of things happened, and we've advanced about a year and a half. We fast forwarded, so.
Yeah, I saw the time. I was like, so I didn't get that. That threw me off. I was like, did I miss something? I kept going back. Like, did I miss an episode? I was like, no, this is the right episode. That was an interesting choice. I wasn't expecting that, but I guess they wanted to, of course, speed the story along. Um, it was a slower start for an episode, but it shifted and picked right up immediately. There is no downtown like Downton Abbey filler episodes. It's just always consistently good. I was surprised at the direction that this episode was taking, but we gonna get into my girl because yeah, come on down, get in this car. Yeah, yeah.
This is definitely a public broadcasting situation. I feel as though they knew they only were going to get a limited time and we got to advance this story along just because are we going to get more? You know what I mean? This season, what, has 7 episodes. And so I do think they were trying to cover a lot of ground. But overall, I enjoyed it. Some things don't make sense because of the pacing for it, because they did fast forward us. I feel like we missed so much, especially in the way of Lady Mary and Matthew, because what the helly? What the helly? Like, oh, just out. Oh, okay, really? That's what we're doing. And then as far as just the contention with the downstairs folks, I really feel like we needed more to fill in the gaps, and we came into this really blind about a lot of things. But overall, it was still enjoyable. We still got some action, honey. We still got some intrigue and intensity down through there. I'm absolutely here for it. Downton, it's a pleasure to rewatch. It's a pleasure. My pleasure.
Needed the immediate adjustment. Like I kept having to retrade. It's been a year. It's been a
Yeah.
year. You know.
Yeah, they weren't playing with us. Hey Tony T, good to see you. Hey Saran Baggins. Hey, first time in the stream. If you love Downton, have you ever watched the TV series Upstairs Downstairs? I have. I don't think Tyra don't go back into them period piece streets like that often. She's just now, getting over there a little bit. Hey, Danny, what's going on, sis? Hey, y'all. Daisy, ooh, girl, you've been touched by an angel. Mr. Bates, enough with all the honor, man. Just honor, man. You know what I mean? Just on her, man. What you doing? No, we just started watching Downton. Okay, there you go. Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, let's get into the characters. We break down characters first, and then we will get into the happenings of the episode. Cora and Robert. Robert tried to get bad. I said, I ain't never seen this energy from Mary. And you got all of it for baby Sybil? Because Sybil, who the hell do you think you are? What do you think you got going on? No, I don't think I'll allow it. I said, Robert, I've never seen you with this energy, sir. Very, very interesting. Cora is gonna Cora. If you thought I was gonna throw away my daughter, you had another thing coming. I said, oh, okay, Cora, you got a little bit of a backbone. Fine, whatever, whatever. These two don't really change much for me on the scale from episode to episode. Nothing really out of character or drastic has happened, again, outside of him really being concerned about Sybil. And I think it's because Tyra, she's about to be introduced properly into society. And this means she's going to be on the market to get married. But as far as Cora and Robert, where are you sitting with the Grantham?
Cora wants to be big faced because hell you mean Edith gonna be here to take care of us in our old age. Girl, big face. Cause you a big lie. I want don't reside her there. Don't do that. The way that they treat each daughter so different is an issue for me. It needs to be equal. Even if your favorite is Mary, let it lay bare and give each girl the same opportunity automatically you're willing to get married. No, we don't pick and choose how we want to act. And the same thing goes for Robert. We all down Sybil's throat this episode, and I just want to know if he's going to keep that same energy when we find out that, I lay with a lover. Then what? Are we still going to be this mad? Or are we going to be sensitive because it's married? Keep the energy, Robert. That's all I'm saying.
You know it's not. You know it's not. They make it very clear that each of these daughters is something totally different. Finally, at the end, he had to say, well, I guess we will be getting a nurse after all. I was like, go to hell, Robert. Go to hell, the way y'all play in Edith's face every single time. Even this episode, and of course, we'll get into it because the way that I cackled this episode, they tried to give the Grinch a heart this episode. After she put in her foot in her mouth 15 times, Lady Mary is the worst of the worst. She's never getting off the list. She's never beating the allegations. Even her niceties and even her expressions of empathy are lost on me because she already did something to piss me off right before then or right after. Mary stays in a place of contention in my mind because she's so self aggrandizing. That's a thing. She really does think that she's that girl and looks down on everybody who's not her. I can't stand her character. And I think this is a testament to good writing, right? If they can make you despise and loathe the character, kudos to the writer. But Lady Mary, she could go jump off a cliff as far as I'm concerned. Tyra, talk to me about Lady Mary in this episode. And did your opinion of her change?
Girl, this is a con artist. This is the one who pissed me off. Please, get her out of here. Get her out of here. I cannot stand Lady Mary. Every good deed she does, it's for show. It's to gain a pause. It's like she's competing. It's like she sees the way that everyone around her is moving, everyone being her two sisters, and we're trying to kind of spread it around. Because I can be civil too. I can be considerate in that way. I can be all these things. Like she wants everything. She wants all the attention, all the focus on her, all the men because I'm married. Like I have no faith in her as a person, a woman, a sister. None of that. She needs to go to hell and get out of my face. I do not like Lady Mary. I don't like the way that she was moving in this episode. But hey, if old boy, we're gonna get to him, want to go down that road so badly, I'm gonna let him go down there blindly because it's leading you all the way to hell.
It is a short road there because Lady Mary's just awful. Sybil Honey's a revolutionary. All right, go on and give her an afro and a pick, Tyra, and she will be out there on the front lines. Black lives matter. Everybody's life matters, and the women need the right to vote. Sybil is on it, and don't think fat meat's greasy. I got one time. You mean to tell me this very gentile, completely sheltered girl out here for the first time in this political arena, and politics, well, damn, I can't even say much different than it is now, but very much a different environment than she's accustomed to. They're throwing bottles and bricks, and I said, what happened to tomatoes and like food items? We're throwing bricks and everything, and she's in the middle of it like, yeah, no, I'm here for the vote. We need the vote. And I'm like, okay, Sybil. Then later in the episode, it's still, no, don't do that. You're not allowed to do that. I'm going anyway, and I'm going to lie to everybody to get there. And then, of course, hit about the head. And, of course, we'll get into that. And laid out in the middle of the highwaymen of the damn Peaky Blinders, Tyra. I said, what are we doing? Why has it got to be in the hood? First of all, they gave Peaky Blinders, when they hopped off the back of that turnip truck and came out with their bricks and their Heineken or whatever they had, I said, okay, this is a problem. But yeah, Sybil is still sweet, and we hear a lot about her motivation this episode. They don't need my light in the good and shiny places. They need me in the broken places so I can bring light and joy in all of this. Sybil is an eternal optimist, and I both love and hate it for her.
Girl, Sybil, go in the house. Go in the house. Stay on the porch. There are so many other things in addition to the calls that you could be doing that doesn't involve you being in harm's way, especially when we have people who've actually been outside that aren't sheltered going, I don't like the cut of anybody's jib out here. We got to get out of here, Sybil. We have to go. Let's go, Lady Sybil. No, she's standing in the middle of a riot saying, take me through there. Sybil, go in the house. I just didn't understand, because what you're out here doing can not only hurt you, but be the detriment to somebody else who's just trying to be here and do their job. Girl, go in the house.
Go in there, Sybil. Go down through there. Diane Reeves fan, it is not Thursday. Downton has a new night and a new time. We moved the night for Downton to accommodate our other lives because we had a whole lot of new things coming in the pipeline. So easing on over here now, Mr. Bates and Miss Smith, and I'm gonna let you go first, Tyra, because some of your prediction turned out to be a little bit true. Talk to me about Mr. Bates and Anna this episode.
I know a rugged party when I see one. I didn't say he was a bad man. I knew he had done some things. Said I was a thief. I was a drunkard. Say I knew it. I knew it, Mr. Bates. But that doesn't make him any less of who he is. It humanizes him even more that he was transparent enough to share that. It ain't even Mr. Bates for me. It's Miss Bates riding like the law. Cause who? She said stole some wine my ass this episode. She said, ma'am. Oh my God. She said, no, you will not. She refuses. Like, she is going above and beyond to make sure that that man stays right by her side and that his name is forever clean. Because what y'all won't do is drag my good man Savannah through the mud. Don't put them lips on me, daddy. I'm over there with her. Go ahead. Go off. Got that. That's that thug love. And she said, I need a little bit of that. He been in the streets. He's worldly. I need to be over there outside. I love it.
It was hilarious. The way that she was like, I'll scream it from the rooftops, damn it. It wasn't your fault, Mr. Bates. We're not going to take this laying down. What are you going to do? So what are you going to do? Are you going to tell? Because I will. I'll tell. He says, hold on, slow down 10 speed. And even after his revelation and the confession after, you're not that same person. I know who you are. I see the man in you. I see the man in you. Strong, healthy, black man. She said, I want you. All right. There's nothing you did or can do that's going to change my affection and desire for you. I said, you better write all about your man.
He got a little color. And she said, who's the man? You're the man. Strong, healthy, black man. Ashley, please.
That's what it felt like to me. It felt like, girl, yeah. I know that's right. Anyway, easing on down the road. Mr. Barrow and Miss O'Brien, they are unrelenting people. They are unrelenting. I think demonically possessed. I think it's perfect we're talking about this during like spooky season and the fall, because they could be a horror movie on their own. These two people are sickening. And to think that this has been going on, like I said, we've jumped about a year at least, maybe a year and a half, and y'all are still on this same type of demon time. Talk to me, Tyra, about Mr. Barrow and Ms. O'Brien.
A year, and you're still rubbing those Birdman hands together, plotting. A year of you being completely inequipped and unsuccessful. Like, sit down. Like, I was hoping that Miss O'Brien would be on this quest solo dolo and he would stand up. It's like, you know what? No, let me. You already, like, you can manipulate and connive in so many other ways that don't involve anybody else.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Bates, he's the issue. We gotta get Mr. Bates out of here. No, you're the issue, both of you, with your nasty attitudes. Like, they just run around this episode looking like a couple of ghosts down there at the, like, I am your daughter. I keep waiting for the others to pop out. It's just these ghosts, just creepy little spooks running around doing the most. I want more for them, and I want an explanation as to why she's so dedicated. But they're going to be exactly who they are. I feel sorry for when they succeed. I'll say that, because we can't keep this going, can we?
Lord, you can't keep this. You can't possibly keep the same type of energy. Like I said, ongoing. And like I was saying, a lot of people make comparisons between O'Brien and Armstrong in the Gilded Age. And the Gilded Age, Miss Armstrong would have to go to school for a couple years to compete with Miss O'Brien, and her level of just negativity and vengefulness, girl. And it's like, it's not even for you. No. Bates has done nothing to you. I knew at the first moment when she kicked that man's cane out from under him. I said, oh, she's a demon. She literally is a demon. And these two, they must be stopped. Now we have Mr. Carson and Miss Hughes. Mr. Carson really forgetting things this episode. And in addition to that, really being faced with a crisis of conscience because I respect Mr. Bates. Like, I lightweight admired him and all that he's done. And now with this newfound revelation, how does that change it? You know, I don't believe he did this, but they're making the accusation. I'm going to keep it to myself. But this, I do have to go and talk to Robert about it. Tyra, talk to me about Mr. Carson and Miss Hughes this episode, and what is he going to do? How is he going to package this information uh, for Robert?
I just need Father Time to leave Mr. Carson alone. This is his full life. Like, this is my full life's work. I need to be here. I don't know who he is without this position and without this job. So him forgetting things is extremely alarming. But I do love the themes and the progression of the older staff versus the younger. Like, you do age out at some point.
Yeah.
Um, I hope we don't present nothing to that man. Like, some stuff needs to stay him downstairs. Some stuff needs to just stay downstairs. We don't need to present anything. I thought he was gonna play in my face a little bit. I was like, you know they a lie. You know they a lie, and the truth ain't in them. If you sit here and try to entertain it or allow it to trump anything, because I guess they've been here longer than Bates, please don't be a grown man. Be a grown man. Miss Hughes is just gonna be Miss Hughes. I can't just look at Miss Hughes with a straight face because she's supposed to be sitting on that farm with that man married in her rocking chair, sharing cups of Joe by the fire, discussing the events of the day in their old age, living her life instead of going around there twirling those keys. It's
Lord.
disappointment.
Yeah, Miss Hughes, she's locked in. And I think, what they've said before is that if they do age out, they're at the mercy of the family and the mercy of the family's finances. They stay on in the rooms and, kind of just live out their days or maybe on some of the land that
Depression.
they have. I know
Depression. It sounds like slavery. Leave
it
me
is.
alone.
So,
Stay on the land and live out the rest of their days. Really, kids? They stay on
I'm
the land.
just
Chicken
saying.
York?
People say. Now we have Matthew and Isabel. Isabel's a revolutionary herself, honey, because why was you at the rally? Why
Girl.
was you there, Isabel? Talking about Sybil, you got to go home. But why are you here, Isabel? Isabel being all the places, honey. Being all the places. I love it in her. Because it just goes to show you age don't stop nothing. You hear me? It don't stop a thing. And Matthew's just as dumb as a box of rocks. I was like, oh, when, Sybil awakes and she's really like, oh, yeah, Matthew, thank you, Matt. I said, okay, like, all right, this is cute. And of course, Mary was even jealous about that and approaches him like, I thought you had a crush on Sybil, or Sybil has a crush on you. And he was like, can't say the same for you, girl. What about you? And I said, you're a lunatic, Matthew. Bar for bar. Let's just put Sybil right here, okay? And let's put Mary right here. Sybil wins every time. I'm sorry, the face card don't decline. Why would you be hemmed up over here with me? You want somebody to fight with your rest of your life. I think that's what Matthew wants. Somebody to disagree, somebody to fight with. Because Mary, what is she offering, Tyra? What is she offering Matthew that's got his eyes bent and crossed?
I was so excited when I thought he saw the forest for the trees. I was like, oh, girl, the way I did a little shimmy in my seat, I was like, oh, okay, come on, Sybil and Matthew. And then you shat on it immediately. You spit in my face, hurt my whole heart. I was so excited to see Mary's face cracked and on the ground. No, you stepped on it. Why? Matthew, it will forever disappoint me. I really thought he was going to come with some strife, a little fury, especially when he realized, like, oh, you're playing in my face. I thought he was going to be on. I know the only smart man was that man who said, I know my worth. I'm getting the hell away from here.
Evelyn Napier.
I want to be in love when I'm married. Matthew just disappoints me. I thought, but maybe it's something that we'll retread later. But we'll get to why maybe that's not an option. But he took my happiness. Isabel, come on, Isabel. Come on, Isabel. Isabel is having a wonderful time. Like, I gotta be a part of the street, a part of the scene, a part of the people. And the way she looked like, oh my God, what are you doing? I know I'm here. You're here. Girl, I've been outside for the past 40, 50 years. You need to go inside. You're not built for this. It's like, Isabel, what you gonna do out here if somebody hits you in the back of the head? But I like how involved she is. It's very attached to her character, and maybe this is something that'll have Sybil, somebody she can confide in that's not the people in the house.
I agree. I think that Isabel will be a great role model for someone like Sybil, a woman who's kind of charted her own way. Because after all, Isabel is a nurse. I'm a nurse. I have a trade.
I'm
Listen,
a nurse.
I'm a nurse. Now getting into the events of the actual episode 6, honey, the revolution is televised, Tyra. And of course, we see Sybil awestruck in the middle of it with Branson, the driver, honey, because he's helping her with her, I guess, indoctrination. Do I want to call it that? I don't, because I do like that she has free ideas and she's interested in the women getting the vote and, all of those things. But this is not safe for anyone. And again, we see Isabel here, like, bring your ass home. Do they know you're here? Do your parents know you're here? You don't agree with them, Isabel? Absolutely, I agree, but that don't mean we're going to stay out here as things are getting heated. Sybil has no situational awareness, and it's due to her being sheltered. And the fact that Branson has her out here really does make me side-eye him. I think like the rest of the family is side-eyeing him. Tyra, talk to me about this. And is Branson someone that we can trust with Sybil?
I'm not blaming Branson. Sybil, how old is Sybil? We old enough to know when a riot is about to ensue. We need
like you don't know.
We need to stampede out of here. Sybil is going to do exactly what she wants to do. The way that she stands up later to her father, Branson wasn't gonna be able to tell her nothing here. She wouldn't leave, and he would have to physically, and then all of a sudden he attacked her. He attacked the princess in a crowd full of people, not the royal. He attacked her. No, then we go over there. No, she's gonna do and be exactly where she wants to. I was hoping Sybil would be involved in a different way. Doesn't have to be cute, anything pretty, but there are ways to contribute that don't involve this. So the fact that she is this, and I'm like, she's this sheltered. There's sheltered, and then there's just stupid. Hopefully, this was a one-time thing because she was just so like engrossed and shocked, like, oh my gosh, she had like she'd never seen a fight before. I was like, Sybil, get out of there. It's like, oh my god, like I'm not leaving this. You know that little moment in The Color Purple where the fight break out down in the sugar cane juke out.
Yeah,
Time to go. And girl, she was just sitting like, I ain't never. It's like, oh my god, like yeah. But we don't need anything to happen to you. We know what the repercussions would be, and it's not going to fall on you. At least be mindful enough to protect yourself and your safety. But maybe this was a one-time thing. This concerns me because I don't know what else she's willing to do, how far she's willing to travel, what else situations she might put herself in the name of the cause, trying to be a big girl and have big draws and get hurt again. Stay on the porch, Sybil. You can do so much from the porch. This is why we can't have them be sheltered and why everybody in that house needs to have some type of life experience.
Sybil wants to be, I got my boots on the ground. She wants to be boots on the ground, Tyra. That's just how she feels like that's her calling and her purpose. Now, over here with Mr. Barrow, it's him or me. He hasn't said anything about the liquor, but he could. So, what do I need to do? So let's sit down and plot, plan, and scheme again. Well, last time we tried it, that didn't work because of XYZ. But this time, if we go on and we have witnesses first, we can make it stick this way. He won't have any way to refute it. And you know what? We're going to list Daisy. Since I do anything for you, let's bring Daisy over, okay? And she'll say whatever you want her to say. So they all go to Mr. Carson and are basically like, well, he said I saw him with the keys to the kingdom. O'Brien said, and I saw him with the liquor. And Daisy said, yeah, I may have seen him, walking around with a bottle or something. Just ridiculous. The fact that he's so miserable that he thinks everybody thinks like him. If Bates ain't told people yet, Bates wasn't never going to tell the people. Tyra, talk to me and their irrational thoughts in this. It's so dumb. It's so dumb to me.
We don't find $5 in this universe. Find your ass. We don't do that here. There needs to be some consequences and repercussions for these lies. Mm-hmm. Something needs to happen. Like they need to set up something to where, okay, we can't just go off, especially if it's obvious that it's a lie. The way they came in there, it was very clear. And you've been fuming over that wine situation for over a year? Really? Waiting? So you've been around here shaking in your boots for a year, waiting. Is Mr. Bates, is this going to be the day? Really? Because Mr. Bates gives that much of a damn about what you got going on, sir,
Never.
please. The enlisting of Daisy, that little simpleton. She girl, she
What
can
is it,
Daisy,
Tyra? What is
that
Daisy?
little simpleton. Daisy, like, girl, I want, hopefully, this was something awakened, but it doesn't take much for him to dig his heels into her. And it's just like, oh, he smiled at me. I will do whatever you say. So what? What? Nothing. We got a cute blonde in the house right there, Daisy. And you're not a looker. You're dry. You're not that cute. Okay? Daisy, please. Come on around the corner, girl. Just go where you're celebrated, Daisy. Get out of my face.
What Miss Patmore say? You dozy all the time, but now
Girl,
you extra dozy.
just O'Brien. They just stood there looking like the Three Stooges. Like, whoop, yeah, what? That's really, Mr. Carson. Tell him to get the hell out of your face. And I just wanted him to tell them to get out. The fact that we would even entertain that, it said a whole lot. Hopefully, we leave it here, but they are acting like Bates is the bane of his existence.
That's the way they're acting. Hey Demarcus, good to see you. Good to see you. Word travels fast because now we're getting another post from the people, and this time Mr. Carson received it and said, "Yeah, the Turkish Lord and Mary and their impropriety. You know, I tried to tell Mr. Robert, but I couldn't find the words to bring it to him. Good, don't. I'll handle this." How long, Tyra, is Cora going to be able to keep this a secret, and why? Everybody knows that Mary has taken a lover and that he, ended very abruptly. What is the purpose of shielding Robert from this? What is Robert going to do?
I don't know, because she want to get cussed out. She want to be on that Gilded Age timing and sleep in separate bedrooms. That's what she wants, ma'am. This is not going to end well for anybody. We should have told him immediately. Like they probably should have got woken up together via the incident, so we could have front faced the situation as a family. He wasn't going to like it, but at least he would have known. And that's just what it is, and we move forward. No, now he's really got some clicks because everybody knew except for me. And then normally what I hate over here with Robert is when these incidents occur, he blames the staff. He blames everyone around them, and this is this person's fault, and nobody. Well, why? He's like, well, why weren't you guys there to make sure Mary kept her drawers on? That's not her job. You're fired. That's not my job, sir. I think she obviously wants some type of conflict. She thinks that she's saving, or she's going to be able to fix the situation to where he'll never find out. It's inevitable that he is going to find out. At this point, everybody in the house knows except for him.
Yeah,
Please.
that's ridiculous. And it's a recipe for disaster and trust in any relationship. If I have to hear about my child from somebody else and find out my partner knew it the whole entire time, it's going to be hell to pay the piper. And now, really, everybody, if Mr. Carson knows, that's the last stop on the train before Robert finds out. I don't know who she thinks and why she doesn't think at some point somebody's going to write Robert directly from London. Everybody else is writing. Like we see that later on. Let's get on over here, though. This was just a montage of the moments that Mary pissed me the hell off this episode because they were so frequent. The one time with the man, who put salt on his pudding when she says, "Invite me again." The way, the way that that's real life, and the way that I fell out laughing in that moment, I was utterly and completely. I rewound and I said, "Did she just say that? Ask me again. Ask me again. Not today, but ask me again." Anyway, the other part was when we see the young second footman and he is like, no, my mother wanted me to go into service. It's going to be a better life. Being a footman, a better life. And he had to check her yeah, me. Yes. And maybe one day I'll get to be, Carson or whatever. And that's going to be great. I just really, really despise how she has no connection to the real world and real people's experiences. And she's so callous in the way that she speaks. She demeans everyone who she believes is lesser than, and some that aren't lesser than, she finds a way. And so she's such a disappointment to me as a woman, Tyra. But talk to me about Lady Mary.
disappointment as a woman.
And me
Thank you,
too.
Emma, for gifting all. I just see
Oh,
membership going in the chat. Thank
oh,
you,
shucks.
Emma. We
Thank
just need a
you.
special button or a video to hit every single time Emma gets here because Emma shows out in
Sure.
the best way possible. Thank you so much, Emma,
Thank you,
for
Emma.
the 10 memberships. And I see you gifted 5 on Ashley's side as
Thank
well. Thank you so much,
you.
Emma. You're very, very appreciated. We're going to get that
Yes.
button in that celebratory moment ready for you, I promise, because
Come on.
you deserve it. Um, such a disappointment as a woman is so funny to me for some reason. Girl, this moment you have here, this clip, and then I did it. I closed my eyes and I exhaled. Like, open your eyes, ma'am. The way she was just shot to the heart when she thought for 2 seconds that he was looking at Sybil. Like, Matthew, are you? Am I not the center of attention? Like she just her breath left her body. She just couldn't fathom Matthew or any other man even looking at her sisters. The way you don't care two damns about that man. Rolled up, well, yeah, I got this new Rolls Royce. Yeah, yeah. Come to see me, Ike. I was wondering if you want to go to rock. Oh, shit, well, too bad. I have. Baby, I wasn't talking to you. Excuse me? Huh? I know you ain't. I know you ain't talking to her. The mascot of the family, the troll, the ugly stepsister? You talking to her? Over me? You came to see her. Yes, came to see me, Ike. Came to see me. What you gonna do? Shoot me? Pistol with me? They came to see me. I love the moments of egg on her face. But these were the moments also for me where it's like a light bulb went off, like she was on borrowed time. Like, oh, the world isn't going to revolve around me all the time. I need to make some sound decisions right now. Like, I want to now think about love and marriage and try to be forthcoming with information with the staff because I care so much. Whether you go and visit your mother and she's not well, like I got to make sure you do that. You are very about yourself. Since when? Since when? I don't know. Everything is very, very show pony for me. I don't trust and believe anything that she does. But we need more moments where Mary has a rude awakening because the world, the Downton Abbey, does not revolve around you, no matter what your little tired parents told you.
And I hope she gets that. Now easing on over here, child. This man came to see about Mary. He did. He came to see about her twice. Okay, well, once came to see about her. And Mary, nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I got to ride today. I got an appointment with a horse. I got to see a man about a horse today. And Edith immediately, I'll go with you. You want me to go? Can I go? Can I be down, Mr. Old Man? Like, I'll listen, I'll entertain you. I'll listen to your dead wife. I'll ask you questions and I'll respond with a smile. That's all it took. That's all it took, baby. One way or another. Edith said, I gotta fight for this. Because they don't think I'm worthy. They said I'm ugly. They hate me, mama. But she's here and she is not above begging. And listen, I'm not mad, Edith. Get it how you live. I hope you find the man of your dreams. Tyra, is this gonna work for Edith? Is she gonna be able? Because apparently, I mean, she's the ugly stepsister, clearly, because that's what they're painting. That's the narrative. She is the ugly stepsister from Cinderella, honey. She's Drusilla. And
Cinderella.
Drusilla. Cinderella. Yeah, it's miserable, and she's gonna shoot her shot. There's not been a time she ain't shot her shot, Tyra. She's gonna
She
shoot it.
does. Edith doesn't yet understand the art of laying low, playing coy, keeping it cute. Just like no. It's hard in these circumstances because if we're in a room full of the sisters, the eyes go directly to Mary. It's hard for her to get noticed, so she's like, "I'm going to stand up and be heard. I'll go. Can I go? Yeah, I guess you wouldn't think of." Taking me. Well, yeah, sure, yes, yeah, I'll take you. Like, it's desperate. There's a little pinch of desperate, but at least she's not sitting around self-loathing and waiting for something to happen. If she's trying to make it happen, hopefully I this goes into a positive direction, and whatever man she winds up with, whether it's this one or another one, realizes her worth and gold as far as a wife and a partner, and we want her just as much as she wants whomever, because it's any takers. You're gonna go. You want me? Who wants me? Who got who got a checkbook? Who wants me? And I'm like, Edith, you don't have to settle for anything or anybody. There's somebody out there for you who could also add something to the family fortune.
Yeah.
But we shall see. I'm not too sure about this man because we knew it's hard when you went there for Mary, but now it's like, I guess, to Victor goes the spoils. Like, I guess I'll take Edith. And then nothing else available. You don't got nothing. Y'all ain't got no mo in the back. Okay, I'll take Edith. Don't do Edith like that. I feel really sorry for her.
I think that this might just be the type of person that she needs because even though he's not as vocal as Evelyn Napier is, by that second visit, honey, he got his mind made up and he ain't checking for Mary anymore. So maybe, cooler heads prevailed. And again, he is a man of a certain age, who's already been married and seemingly loved his wife. I'm very interested to see how this, because I do not remember this dynamic at all. So I'm very curious to see if he has any major character flaws. Of course, now we're over here and we've already kind of touched on it here, but accusation, honey, lies, deception, and all manner of evil is spoken against Bates in this room. And honestly, they're not convincing. You're not even convincing Ops at this point. I don't know why Carson just didn't cuss him out and throw him out instantly. Tyra, why do you think he even acknowledged this whole conversation or gave them the audience to have this and present to him?
Girl, I said deception, disgrace. Let's give a Lion King 2 up in here, please. I think above all else, because he knew that they were lying, he was trying to get to the truth because we know something's going on with the wine. Somebody took it. And maybe if I play along and listen to all sides, the truth will eventually come out. It could be revealed that it's you, or it could be someone else, but I'm going to get there. I'm going to let you fall on your swords and entertain you just for this little while. I don't think he had any intention of really taking them seriously and going to bat all about it and being in Mr. Bates' face and reporting anything. I think he was playing along, but I just want some consequences and repercussions.
Tyra said immediately after them rooms was flipped and they went in there, I would have wanted some repercussions, a suspension, unpaid, something of the sort. But no, and I think because the charge is serious, when you're working in service in a home, a thief is probably one of the worst issues or failings that you can have that comes through as a person. So I mean, that's absolutely problematic. Hey, X-Men super fan Emma Frost, thank you so much for the 100 ARS. Let me tell you how it goes. Carson is the biggest snob. Lady Mary is the second biggest snob. Robert is the third biggest one. Violet looks like she is one, but she's actually very progressive. Okay. I'll take it.
Not the biggest. Carson?
Yeah. Now we're over here. He proposed. Tyra, he proposed. After all that, after she's mad because he was showing Sybil a little affection and Sybil looked like she might like him, now all of a sudden it's, I've loved him my whole life, mama. I love him. I love him. I loved him. I loved him longer than I think I did. But I got to tell him my secret. I got to tell him I took a lover, mama. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And I don't even think we got the privilege of witnessing the actual proposal.
No.
Like, so this to me was completely lost and came out of left field. You just hated him last episode. And now you're like, I loved him. I think I loved him all this time. And I'm going to marry him. But first, I have to tell him my secret. Can any good come of this, Tyra?
I don't trust Mary. I don't trust Mary. It's really cute to have your revelation the moment that it looks like he was, nothing even transpired. We just had a little gaze moment with Sybil, a little rescue moment with Sybil. It's just like, oh, it won't always be me. Maybe I need to get on the good foot. She didn't even sound reassured. Do you love him? Well, yeah, I think so. I may have loved him all this time. Really? Did you love him all this time, or were you like, well, you're not going to get him? I need Matthew here at my beck and call, kissing my feet at all times. Even down to, I'm sure there is an air of her that wants to be honest about taking a lover, but that's also a way to get Matthew invested in, oh, I proposed and maybe this could be the one, and then kind of hurt his little feelings and shoot him down and put him right back in this position. Eyes off of Sybil though, and whoever else that he might be interested in. But now I have to contemplate you taking a lover. This isn't what I thought it was. I just don't trust her. She doesn't give genuine to me, but I have to remember that time has went by. Maybe some things transpired between her and Matthew that we didn't see for her to just be in love now. But I just don't trust her. She's selfish.
She's so selfish. And the fact that this is something that they actually need as her name is pretty much mud around
Mhm.
London, and soon it'll be in the village too. So it's like, what other options is she really going to have? Is Matthew as progressive as his mama is, as he seems and acts to be? We've seen a lot of men in these situations, especially in a period piece, honey, where it's beyond them now. I can't take a woman of ill repute, honey. Your virtue's been lost. Where's the scarlet letter? And while I don't think he'll take it to that point, is it going to be on the up and up? Does she even really want this, or is this a way out of her potential troubles? Because who else gonna marry you?
I think it's both. I think it's both, and I think it's sad to do that to Matthew. Back then, now I'm hot hoes all on me. Now that you don't have any more options, now I was too busy looking good over there with Sybil, huh? Okay,
She
pretty
ain't
big.
like that. She ain't
Get
like
off
that.
the face. Get off the face.
And I said, Tyra read my mind because the slides was made. Edith in there, like, come to see,
Come
come to see me.
come to me, Ike.
Listen, he said, Mary, because Mary got her mouth all ready. He said, I want to go to a concert tonight. Oh, well, I can't. Hold on. I'm talking to Edith, actually. Edith, the one I want to come by. And actually, Edith, you want to go out to dinner afterwards if it's okay with your parents? That's when Robert was like, oh, we're not going to need a nurse after all. Look, you come to see me, Ike. They come to see me. I loved everything about it. I say Edith actually looked very pretty here, girl. Go out on your date. Go to your concert, honey, and go out to dinner and have a good time with that man of means. Tyra,
I love this.
what were you thinking? Because Mary was.
I loved it. Egg, appalled. I'm appalled that you would even suggest taking it. You came here to see Edith? Like, I was so happy for Edith. I said, City Girls up 1,000. Go off, Edith. You deserve it. You do. You do. This is what we need. I'm so glad that he sees the potential and he sees worth in her, because I know all of this can cause some deep rooted, like, some hatred, some different things. Her maybe questioning her worth as a person. It's just like, no, I did. I'm gonna come on stronger than Hennessy. I am gonna do that to make myself known that I am interested. I'm available. I'm available, right? But it's up for the man to take the bait, and he's taking it. He sees something like, what? Bump Mary, and I'm over there like, what? Hell yeah, bump Mary. I don't have to wait on you. You are not the only sister here or the prospect. Period. I love this. I hope. I just don't play in either's face.
I'm going to go back to the song, Tyra. I'm going to go to this old ancient Negro spiritual where they said, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. Taking my personal point of view, get an ugly woman to marry you. Um, the way they treat her, that's what it gives. And I think she'll be
and
loyal.
she's not ugly. If they would have gave her, they needed to give Edith that Nanny McPhee treatment. If you wanted me to be over there thinking that she was the wicked, ugly stepsister, where's the eye of Newt and the mole on her chin and the elongated nose and the unibrow? Where is that? Edith is not ugly. Stop playing on her time. I'm happy for her, and I hope that this turns out.
I'm just saying what the people said.
Playing with Edith.
Mary said she was fishing without a bait, without a hook. That's what she said. I'm just saying, maybe, and I think Edith would make a good wife to any husband. She's gonna be loyal. She's gonna work hard. She's gonna put in the effort because she has been made to think that she's the ugly duckling, whether we think she's ugly or not. And I don't think she's an ugly woman. I'm just being funny, but I do think she's been made to feel that way her whole life between Mary and Sybil. Sybil is actually very pretty. Mary, people's choices, I guess. That's the family way. Dowager knows. She knows. Listen, because the lady wrote me and she loved giving me the smoke. Is it true? And how'd y'all get the body out the room? How did she do it? Did she carry him on her own? Because these are the questions that need answers, Tyra. Not the fact, did she take him as a lover and was they hunching? I want to know how she got him back into his room. The Dowager is a mess. How did you think she was ultimately going to take it? And what do you think she thought of Cora when Cora said, no, she didn't do it alone. She called me and I helped her carry the body, and I do it again.
I was glad Cora was honest. Baby, I thought Dowager was gonna be in that. Oh my god! I thought she was gonna be in the swivel chair again. I thought
Apocalyptic.
I thought she was gonna be in the swivel chair again, spinning around. Y'all taking me too fast. What do you mean it's true? I didn't think she was this progressive, especially with her being, older in age, and she really cares about the bottom line and making sure that the family wealth stays intact and we have to do what we have to do. I thought she was gonna go off. I thought like, oh god, the shame. Scoundrel. It was a scandal, child. I thought it was gonna be something terrible. She's like, no. Mary has a one up. She's family. Family is family. I was like, okay. She's like, forget everybody else. Now, if you're not family, I can't do nothing for you. I might talk about you dead dog in the street. But Mary and everybody else in here, we're family. I was like, oh, I'm so surprised.
So surprised. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. It was okay. I'm tolerant. I know what the young people get up to, and I might have got up to some things when I was young, maybe. Now, of course, we know that they go back again, Tyra. It wasn't just one and done. Because let me go back this time, though. Let me lie about it. So not even Branson knows. He thinks we're just going to a meeting, honey, but we going to the vote. Listen, we going to the ballot box, and this is when Peaky Blinders and them jump off the back of the turnip truck and go in there with bricks and bottles of Heineken to wreak havoc, okay? And immediately, as Matthew's walking down the street, just finishing his long work day, he says, Sybil, what you doing here? He runs through the burgeoning crowd to snatch her up. Next thing we know, falls back, hits her head. She laid out, concussed, bleeding from the head. Matthew says, listen, my mom is a nurse. She's a nurse, Tyra. I'm going to take her there. And, we'll try to make this as cute and cozy as we want to. Branson, go over there and get married. Don't. Everybody else will freak out. Go on over here and let's scratch her head while she's ailing. Tyra, talk to me about them trying to take Sybil out. They're trying to take her out.
How did you even fall, Sybil? Were you standing on the pebble? Was your body on the incline? I was like, I ran that back so many times. I was like, how, Sybil?
I said, how she hit the table like that?
How did you do that to yourself? I couldn't. I just couldn't. I was so happy when Matthew ran over there. I really liked them together. I feel like they would have some of the same politics, and he's just progressive enough to not be taking her through there and have her out there in the street in the way that
Branson is.
Yeah. It's I think it's a good medium, and I feel like they would bring out the best in each other because he has so much life experience and he's been out there in the world, and vice versa. Yeah, you're already here, and we do need somebody to marry Matthew. Come on, Matthew. And Sybil's a good person. She's not going to play in your time. She's not. Now she is young, of course, and that wouldn't work for Sybil's narrative because Sybil wants to be Coretta Scott King, Luther Jr. X. She's trying to be outside for the people and the women's right in the vote. So I see her going, as far away from regular marriage and things that are happening, and you're getting this old to be so like, no, I'm going to do things my own way in my own time whenever I decide to take a lover or a husband or whatever. But right now it's about me, and I want to be a part of the movement. Make sure you can fight and you're not standing in the middle of chaos. Like, I still don't understand how Sybil fell. And then she was like out. We had to carry her. I was like, what? What?
She's not on the couch. I said, is she gone?
Is she dead? Girl, all you did was a little time. Oh, God. She said, Sybil said, today drained me. Baby, today that drained me. It was just too much. Where's my heart pills? Where's my smelling salts? Wake up, Sybil. You got a little gash on the head. And then they immediately, so much for your job, buddy. We got to do something because Dash is going to blame you. This says a whole lot for us to get that Robert in that first episode versus how he's so willing to go outside of his norm in the right thing and jump on somebody else all about his daughter. Oh, he has to go. You're to blame. Your daughters are all grown, sir.
Very grown. Very grown. Yeah. And, she does have a moment with her dad where, no, you're not going to fire him because it's not his fault. It's me. I'm an independent woman of the 1900s and I can do
I don't know what I'll run away. See, I'm sick of these idle white woman threats. If it's not, that's right over there with, I'll scream. I tell you, I'll scream in here if you come any closer. What you mean you gonna run away? Run away, love, and go where? Little Mary J. Blige. Where are you going, Sybil? You gonna run away and go live with the coloreds? Where you
Girl,
going,
she gonna
Sybil?
live with the common folk on the east end of the property. You know where it is. You know what goes on there.
I'll run away. I promise. You'll regret it for the rest of your life. Sybil, lay down. Go take a nap. She need a melatonin.
She does. She needs a nap with that head wound. She really does. She needs to go sit down somewhere and be safe. Now, another setup, another failed setup, and now a confession. Because no, I didn't steal this bottle this time, and I can't tell you what happened, Mr. Carson, but I can tell you I was a thief and a gambler and a drunkard. I was a lush. I was an alkie. I was degenerate out here in these streets. And you haven't seen me take a sip for 2 years. That's how I knew we was 2 years in the future. I haven't taken a sip since I've been in this house for 2 years. But I was a thief. I was a criminal. And I was a drunk. What you gonna do with that, Carson? I think the only thing I can do is give my resignation. I think that's all I can do. I say, how you judge, jury, executioner of your own self, sir? Let the man do his job, Tyra. I know you weren't shocked about this.
I was not. Now I want to know why you were out there stealing. And what were you trying to suppress that you were a drunkard? I need information, Bates. I need the facts. I need the data. Because I knew it. I knew you were. It was funny to me. He was giving that same energy that Carson was giving when that man came down looking. It's like, oh, in my past, I was a shake dancer. I was performing. I was lewd acts. You were not. You were doing regular performances, Carson, for the folks. You were singing the songs that make the whole world sing, and you're walking around here with all this shame. I'm glad that this happened partially because clearly this is something that he's been carrying around and he's ashamed of it. This is what has been hindering him from really committing here and really committing with Mrs. Bates. Okay, that's what we need you to be over there with her. It's like, no, I'm not deserving. I'm not deserving of your sympathy, your love. I'm not. I'm a scoundrel. Degradation. I must be thrown and slain. What are you talking about? What are you doing? We don't have to go that far. We jump. We stick our finger directly in the fan. Let me pack my things and go now. Go where? Like, we worked so hard to get in here. He's just so layered. And I know there's more than where that came from. But hopefully, since this little bit of weight was lifted, because we might get into, we always got into a little smooch, later. So it's like, I'm feeling a little free. I got a little bit up off me. Now, whenever he tells us why he was thieving, then we'll really get somewhere.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I mean, there's yet to know, yet more things to know. Mm-hmm. And finally, we get over here, Tyra, and I'm tired of waiting. I've waited long enough. What does that mean, Tyra? What did that mean? What did that? Because I was sitting there like, what you finna do? You finna unalive him? You gonna give him poison? Because that's the next step. Because if you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you'll kill. That's what I hear, Tyra. I don't trust these two. They're so nefarious and like doomsday people. I don't know what they're capable of, honestly. And I'm scared for Bates's life at this point. I don't know.
So y'all gonna make Mrs. Bates really put something in your grits. That's where we're going with this. She gonna put something in your porridge because y'all over here plotting on her man. What are you? I didn't know what that. I'm tired of waiting. What do you mean? I can understand this discontent over here with O'Brien with her being an older woman, but you're a very young man. You have options, prospects. You could. Is this the only place offering jobs?
Girl, you know he could be slanging Boochie Cat as much as he try to give it away.
That's like there's are there no options? Is it this position or bust? Is this that? And it's sad because I feel like if he was legitimately a good person. And because what Bates did in there, he didn't say. He was like, I'm sorry, I can't tell you that information. And I think he has compassion, even though y'all getting on my damn nerves and all of you are wicked. I still have compassion because I've had ways of feeling about myself and not being my best. So I'm not going to rat on you, even with you trying to take me down. And you're still trying to take this man down and you're co-signing it, you old weirdo. It's sad. It's very, very sad. I don't know what this means. Don't hurt that man. Both of them better fall off a rooftop because don't do that.
I really wish they would just go find a life to live somewhere else. This is just so ridiculous. It is. And y'all been just plotting and scheming like Pinky and the Brain this whole time. I hate it. I really do. It's like, go find something safe and healthy to do. But easing on down this road, honey, Cora tells the Dowager, listen, I'm never going to disown my daughter. I don't give a damn what she did. I don't care if she had 5 Turkish lovers that I had to wheel out the broom that night. That's fine. And we hear the dowager like, I'm not mad at you. Like, I wish I had the fortitude to do the same thing for mine. Like, I respect it in you, Cora. And we finally end the episode with a mutual respect. I want to know from you, Tyra, where do we go from here? What do you foresee happening going forward?
They better keep that same energy for all three of their daughters. That's what I'm gonna say. But with this being the last episode, Daddy has to find out. Roberto has to know. Everybody knows. Robert has to find out what happened, and it's gonna be some big blowout because why didn't anybody tell me? How could you? The shame. That's what the shame is gonna
Right.
come. I want to know how he's gonna treat and look at Mary afterwards. Because how passionate we were all about Sybil being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, is it going to be the same, or are you going to handle her with kid gloves as well? And I want to see if she's going to be honest over there with Matthew. And she said, I couldn't dare her. I couldn't accept his proposal or go into a marriage with this lie. Not me. I'm a good person. I can't do that. I want to know how that's going to be received. Like, I think the last episode will most definitely be fixated on that. And then of course we since Matthew just can't stand straight. He can't look at Sybil. We did have the footsman like, do tell me when she's up and do tell me when she's okay. He cares. I think there's still, something there for her to be over there laying low and spraying it wide with help and it being an issue for the family.
Ooh, Branson. I can see that. I can see that. What about O'Brien and Barrow?
I just hope they fail. Whatever you do, I mean, I don't think it'll make sense for them to fail at this point because they've been trying every single episode at this point, and it really gives them this doofus aura. Like, oh my god, they just look like stooges, like they're running around chasing their tails. So, for good TV, and I don't want nothing to happen to Mr. Bates, they would have to succeed at whatever they're trying to do. And then maybe there'll be some regret because we know that Mr. Bates was in there and was like, no, I can't tell you that information. But for all he knows, oh, he's in there telling it all. He's soiling my name, the wine, and we have to do something. I have to take him out of here. It's me or him. How are you going to feel after you do whatever you're planning to do and it maybe works this time? I know.
We'll see. If either of them have consciences, I can't see that either one of them do. I just really hope we get further with Mr. Bates and Anna. I hope we get some tongue action or something. That'll be very cute. I really hope everything with Mary and Matthew derails. As far as Edith, I hope she goes all the way with the elder gentleman. I hope he's kind and wonderful. I think Sybil will still be in them streets. I think once her head heals, she's right back out there canvassing, as she called it. But yeah, you guys, that was Downton Abbey, season 1, episode 6. Tyra, let the people know what you got going on almost immediately following this.
Yeah, y'all. 30 minutes from now, myself and a couple of other great panelists, we will be back to discuss the new horror film Him with Marlon Wayans. If you have seen that, you want to give commentary, or if you want to come and listen to some commentary and decide whether or not you want to go see it, support it, give your thoughts, I would love to have you there. Please come on over in 30 minutes.
Come on over. And tomorrow, do not forget, we will be back with The Morning Show, season 4, episode 2, as well as Gen V, episode 4 of season 2. Yeah, so just reverse. But you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for supporting the live. Be sure to like, comment down below after the lives ended. Hit the notification bell. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Also, don't forget we have a Discord. If you were one of the lucky recipients of a membership, go in the Discord and tag us so you don't miss out on any of the benefits. We can make sure that you're included in our watch-alongs and all of the fun things. So thank you guys so much for being here. Have the most amazing night. And Tyra will see you in
30 minutes.
30. Have a good night, y'all.